Right now with me, I have the general manager and the architect of this trade, Trevor Mason, and then I have the newly acquired Jaywalker, Devon Sleasman, joining me. Guys, welcome, and I guess we can start. How are you both doing?
Doing good, man. Living the dream.
It's great to be here. We're doing pretty great. I expect to be doing greater on this team.
It's an exciting day for Jaywalker's organization and the acquisition of Devon Sleasman here. I know that Devon exemplifies everything that Jaywalkers are looking for in a ball player, everything they're looking to do as far as winning championships. That is their main goal. So I know the Jaywalkers are definitely happy to make this transaction, and they're happy with Devon on their team. Trevor, first question for you on this. How long was Devon on your radar as far as a trade? How long was the trade building up?
Uh Actually not that long. I saw that the Harpers had rumors of letting him go, and I know him as a player, and I see his work ethic on the field, and I saw that he lined up for what we need this year, and I tried to get my foot in the door. And so when I heard his name was on the trade block, and I just tried to get my foot in the door, and I got my foot in, and here he is now on the team. So it was just kind of all of a sudden, and I saw that he fit the rotation that I needed, so we got him.
Devon, how excited are you to be part of the Jaywalkers organization?
Well, James, the trade was definitely a surprise, and I did not expect to become a part of the Jaywalkers. I'm excited for this season, and I'm confident we are going to do big things. As a part of the Jaywalkers, I take it as my responsibility to get the team to a championship and push through this season. Hopefully, a trophy in Trevor's hands, and I can't wait to look forward to obliterating the season and just go all out.
This is a big question I think everyone's asking now since the trade has been made. Where does Devon fall in your lineup? And two-part question here. Will he be your starting pitcher for 2021?
Hmm. Good question. Good question. So far for lineup, we're not sure yet. As a team, we still don't have the complete roster. Right now, I'm thinking middle of the lineup, possibly clean up four hitter or five hitter. He has a consistent bat, and if people are on bases, I feel like he has the power and the ability to bring them in. So batting lineup, probably middle of the lineup, but we're just gonna see how it goes during practice. Maybe the first game or so, and we'll make the adjustments from there. Will he be the starting pitcher in 21? I can't tell you, James. I'm playing my cards. We're gonna try out some different things this year. It's exciting. Lost a solid pitcher, but new year, new changes, and he's definitely gonna be in the rotation. But I don't know about starting. We'll just see. We'll play our cards, and we'll see what fits, and if it works, and we'll stick with it.
What does adding Devon's bat do to your team overall from an offensive standpoint? If you look at his stats, he right now leads the league all time with 11 home runs. What does that do to your team's offense overall?
Gives us motivation, gives us hope. Last year we struggled, and people didn't have confidence in us. Even our own teammates struggled, and so with a solid bat like his, it puts more wins under our belts, gives us hope. Just kind of builds up the offense and keeps the fire going, and that's what we need. It's aggressive, and that's what I like. So, yeah.
Devon, what part of your game do you think will be the biggest contribution to this Jaywalkers club?
Be completely honest, James. I'm gonna have to go with the defensive. As a player and as a coach too, I can hit as many home runs as I want. But if I'm letting the other team hit just as many home runs and hits with careless pitching and careless outfielding, then those home run hits and all that are just as worthless as the person who drives a Honda Prius to a lumber company. Whenever you're not cutting off the source, what the heavier that load's going to be if you're not taking off that source. So in order to stop that team from getting from scoring and being able to win, we have to cut down all the runs and all the hits that we have to allow. And I'm looking forward to putting up most of my effort towards the defense and keeping everybody from hitting as much as we do. And I feel like that was my biggest struggles and my biggest flaws as a captain my past 2 years.
You paid a high price in order to land Devon on your team. How comfortable were you giving up those 2 draft picks?
Gotta admit, James, it was a stretch, but I tried to do a mock draft in my mind, and I was kind of looking at the draft board, and I was trying to see if I could get a pitcher the first round, and I didn't really line anything up, and I saw that his name was on the list, and I realized his talent and his ability for a utility player, and I saw that I could use him. I feel like the first round pick in the draft is very valuable, and it was tough giving it up, but I think I played my cards right, and I think it'll be well worth it. The decision I made, and so I'm very excited for the change. It was valuable, but I think I got a little more better result out of it than a first round pick, in my opinion.
Devon, your time with the Harpers, you spent 2 years with them. You were a captain, co-captain. What does that time mean to you? And how did that time with that organization contribute to your growth as a player?
The Harpers, in my eyes, it was a pretty deep ditch that I had to get out of. It was not easy to have another manager who might have a little less experience with baseball, but a bigger heart, and who wants to maybe lean towards the love and the fun of the game and creating a relationship with the players. And as a player in an actual baseball, I'm more of a competitive person. And even if I'm playing with no effort like I did with the Harpers, if I'm just playing around and experimenting. So with that being said, the time that I've basically the Harpers was my playtime, and I didn't have to try, and I could just relax. But I'm on a team with someone who I feel more comfortable with, like Trevor. He's a baseball player too. I feel more of a connection that we think close to the same. We're going to be competitive, and we're also going to create a relationship with the players. But now is my time as a player, to realize that I have the weight on my shoulders now. The Jaywalkers will become the 2021 CJCWBL championships, and we'll put in the work. Big things are expected to happen, so keep your eye out.
That's some very big expectations on your end. And this actually kind of segues, what you just said kind of segues into my next question. The expectations are naturally high for you, just being what Trevor gave up in order to get you on his team. Are those expectations daunting to you? And if so, how do you handle that kind of pressure?
Well, James, I expect people to expect very highly of me, and it's no hindrance of me, because as a player, I've been expected that with coaches, I've been expected that with parents, and it's what I'm used to. Basically, most of the pressure from the other people is not really what's the problem. Most of the time, the pressure that is a hindrance to me is from me, the stuff that I put on myself. If you look back into previous seasons, if I mess up or cause an error, I lash out at myself because I know I could have done better as a player, and I expect myself to play flawless and to put off all the other stuff that I'm thinking about and put forward all my effort into the team and into the players to help push for the win. And I do not need to be making any mistakes. So most of the pressure is from me understanding that it's not acceptable to fail, and I see the expectations from other people as bars that they think I can't pass, that I know I can, and it's my job to push past towards those and even higher.
I know you study the film of teams and players. What kind of things did you see on film study when you were looking at Devon? What stood out? What made you say, this is the guy we need to go out and get? What jumped out on film to make you say something like that?
Probably his aggressiveness. He's aggressive at the plate, likes to swing away, and he has the power to poke it out if we need a home run or something. We're not really trying to look for that this year. We're just trying to get the ball on the ground and in play and trying to get runners across. But he's got a consistent bat. He's pretty solid. Like you said, he's leading the league in home runs, I believe, as you said. And even with pitching, he's aggressive. He hits his corners. He mixes up pitches as well. Has a couple strikeouts under his belt, and I think as the Jaywalkers this year, that's probably what we need the most is a solid pitcher and somebody that can sit people down and get outs as we can get them. And so he's got some natural ability under his belt, and I'm pretty excited for what we got this year. So that was probably the reason why we got him. He's aggressive and he's a utility player. I can put him on the mound, I can put him in the outfield. He has the speed to track down balls, and then I can put him in the infield because he has the arm to throw it or the hands to catch. So I'm excited. Um, his aggressiveness and his heart for the game.
To finish everything out, Devin, for you, I have a question. If someone would come to you and say, what does a successful 2021 season look for you? What boxes would you personally need to check aside from obviously winning?
A successful 2021 season to me is visualized like this. Personally, my boxes I would mark off is that there should be no mistakes or errors on my end, and I need to pitch no hitters to not allow any home runs or any chances of them. And getting the Jaywalkers a trophy is definitely my main goal. And I expect to see a trophy in Trevor's hands, but that's all going to be on me. The pressure's going to be on me from me. And we are bringing a lot to the plate. It's going to have a whole lot more of an impact when we execute it along with the other teams. Expect to see big things from the Jaywalkers. Good luck to all the other teams. I'm going to say it now. And I'm really glad to be a part of the Jaywalkers. It's an honor. I'll see you all April 25th. Thank you for having me. And thank you, Trevor, for keeping an eye out and trying to go for me. It's great seeing you all.
Yes, sir.
I just want to say thank you too for joining me today to have this conference call. Just want to say wish the best of luck to both of you this season. I know you guys have a tough schedule, and I know you guys have been pretty active. So I just want to say thank you guys for both joining me tonight for this conference call. I wish you two the best of luck. I know you have a tough schedule. I know you both have been aggressive as far as moving draft picks and just trying to situate yourself to make the best decisions for your club. So just wishing you guys the best. Hope you have an awesome 2021.
All right. Thank you.